Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Returner decides to fair catch this. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Movement at the second level of the defense now. He hands it off from the gun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Now it's second down here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The gain moves the ball to the 34.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the grab. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And we'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
They'll run the option. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. It's an option look. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
They snap it. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He's looking to throw. And that'll be caught in the end zone to move the lead to 8-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick in and out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First down, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's York. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
There's the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The shotgun running play call. The Gamecocks keep the football on the move.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Neal. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Takes a big shot there for the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. And the Gamecocks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Grab made by the tight end. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you don't play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. He'll hand it off. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. A pre-snap motion from the offense. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution. Championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And they'll use the ground game here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
They went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Crossing the 35. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Here's the option play. Pitch play to the back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Important second down play coming up. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
It's a short game, but look at that defense storm to the football. This is crucial crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. The distance will be 23 yards at chip shot. Long enough and good.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. On the ground, it's York. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. And he's got some open field ahead. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add the lead now with PAT. PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. And the running back takes the handoff. That's good for a first down near the 40. The Gamecocks looking to use the up-tempo offense here. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Second down after that previous play. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Second down play coming up for this offense. Keeping it on the ground here. Breaking free at midfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick this away to start the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. Here's the snap, looking to throw. A sack in the play, could not escape the pass rush.
I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Looking for some space. It's DeMarco.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They're going to run it here. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The Gamecocks come to the line in a hurry-up. Handoff here from the shotgun. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Back to throw. It's Neal. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Chris, I got to be honest. I mean, this is the national championship. We've seen so much out of this quarterback throughout the year and these receivers, and yet here in this biggest stage, they cannot do anything through the air. The timing is off. Now, again, you got to give credit to the defense, but I'm just shocked to see the way they're performing today.
And out comes the field goal unit. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And it's good right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Second down play coming up. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Powers through. And that run produces a decent gain. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's caught. Finding space at the 20. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29. The Gamecocks will come to the line to crank up the tempo. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Neal. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. That falls incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
I really thought that this matchup between this quarterback and his receivers going up against this defense in the national title would have been must-see TV. But, man, this defense, they have won that battle the entire game, and they enjoy a nice lead because of that.
Defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the quarterback dropping back. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Comes out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Gamecocks will line up on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Getting set. Here's second down. They call the draw play here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's 4th down.
And isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. They'll try to run it with the option. He'll toss it to the back. He shreds the tackle. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. Now you've got another chance at points.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And at first down, they go right back to him. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Well, he finally goes out of bounds down inside the 10, but that play sets up this offense in good scoring position.
It sure does. What a great play of creating momentum for this offense. Now you want to see if they give this back a chance to put it into the end zone now that they're 1st and goal. What makes a really good counter play is selling it to the defense. You're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Now that stop is going to bring up 4th down, and looking at the clock, I think it's a no-brainer. In a 2-possession game, you've got to go for this, and you've got to hope to convert to stay in the game.
Field goal here doesn't help the cause. They're going to go for the touchdown here on 4th down. Dropping back. It's Neal bringing pressure. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
First down here for this offense. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
That's an important first down on that running play. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Fighting off the defender.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has. and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Oh, he's looking to throw. He's looking deep here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Buckeyes. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Well, already playing with the lead here in the national championship, this defense is opportunistic. Eyes on the football, running to the ball, good team pursuit. When that ball hits the ground, they jump on top of it for a critical turnover.
First and goal, handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They can't slow him down. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this one is getting ugly.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. This has been a long afternoon for this offense. All that's left, try to get some consolation points here.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Breaking free at the 35. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through the defender. Gets into space at the 50. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, South Carolina. Wills his way to the end zone.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously. Reach, but again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. Dropping back. It's Neal. And he makes it in. The 2-point conversion inching the score a little bit closer now. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now.
Wow, the kicker deserves a lot of credit here. He placed the ball perfectly. All you have to do is keep the ball in bounds and then hope for a favorable bounce. Here, they got a real favorable bounce.
And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the kick is a squib kick, taken by one of the up men. And he's brought down to the 37 after a strong return. The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The Gamecocks come up to the line in a hurry up. And now the handoff. In the clear at the 25. And he's brought down, but that strong, stiff arm helped him to a first down. Now a late timeout is taken, 6 seconds showing on the clock. The Gamecocks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking to the end zone. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. It's a mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes.